So that's our daily move. That's what the hens do every single day. They get on a new piece of ground. For the last couple of months, I've been broadcasting some clover and buckwheat seed behind them as they move. So every day, the patch that they moved off of, I broadcast seed onto in hopes that we'll improve our pasture, improve the forageable plants on our pasture. It's kind of expensive seed. It's an expensive way to go about it, but my thought is that eventually that'll save me on the feed bill. Hopefully that will turn out to be true. We do have some buckwheat and clover that are both doing pretty well in places where we planted them. It's been kind of a dry couple of months, so I think maybe it's not doing quite as well as it will if we start getting a little bit of rain. Anyway, that's the daily. Today we're gonna be working on a few different things, all pretty much chicken related. But don't worry, coming up in future videos, we have some very non-chicken stuff going on. So let's get to it. Well, it is starting to warm up today as the sun comes out, and I'm sweating. So we evicted the boys from their place there and moved them back into a smaller chicken tractor because in here we have about 40 10 to 12 week old chickens. It's a mix in here of hens and roosters because we ordered hens, mail order, and then we hatched 26 of our own eggs. So they're straight run, obviously. So they have roosters and hens. So I'm not exactly sure what the mix is in here. It's really hard to count chickens when they're running around, but as we sort them out of here, we will figure out exactly what we have. So these guys are ready to move out of this, which is an enclosed sort of brooder type situation. They're ready to move out of this, and they're gonna go into where the roosters just came out of. So stick with me. So to get this coop ready for our new flock, one of the things I want to do is change this nest box out. If you've been keeping up with us, especially on Instagram, you'll know that I'm kind of obsessed with our rollaway nest box on the new coop. And so I'm gonna take this old nest box that I built out of this coop and replace it with a rollaway nest box. I don't remember exactly how I built this, but as I recall, I made it so that this could be removed as a unit. So nothing to it but to dig in and find out how well I did. Wish me luck. Well, that came out really nicely. Pat on the back to my past self for making it so easy to get out. It was a little difficult getting it through the door, but a little kick helped. I'm gonna get the new nest box put together and put in here, and then we'll put chickens in. What I have here is a brand new rollaway nest box. This is the same model that we have in the new coop that we finished a few weeks ago, and the hens have been using it and I love it. It's so easy to collect eggs and they stay clean and nice, and it keeps them away from the hens so they can't break them and they can't make a mess of them by walking on them with their little feet. So this is a brand new one that I'm going to put into the metal roofed big coop for our new flock. So this one happens to be from Best Nest Box, but I'm sure there's a bunch of great nest box makers out there. This is just the one that I ended up with the first time and I loved it, and so I just bought another one. It's not particularly inexpensive, honestly, but it seems like it's already worth it to me. So let's get this thing out of the box and put together. All right, so I got all the hardware sorted, and I'm gonna need 7/16, a 3/8, and a Phillips, and then I'm gonna use a nut driver on a drill as well. Okay, so this is the base of the nest box here, and this fake grass turf kind of stuff, this is where the chickens themselves will actually be laying the eggs, is in this part. And I don't know how obvious it is on camera, but this whole floor slopes from here this way, and the entire floor is this wire, but this mat sits on top where the chickens will actually be, and the sort of divider wall will be right here. There's a little gap at the bottom of that wall to allow eggs to roll under, but basically once the chickens lay an egg, it just rolls back and into this little compartment where you can collect the eggs from. So this nest box can be assembled one of two ways. It can be assembled with front rollout or with rear rollout. So in the front rollout, this area where the chickens go into the nest box is the same side where you would be collecting the eggs from. If you set it up in rear rollout, then the side where the chickens go into the nest box is the opposite from the side where you would collect eggs. So the way that I'm going to install this in the coop, I'm going to set this up for rear rollout. That way the chickens will be able to go in, lay their eggs, and I'll be able to collect those eggs from outside the coop. this is ready to go. Even including filming and everything, that took me just under an hour. So really simple, straightforward. Anybody with a couple wrenches and a screwdriver could get that done. The last cool feature that I didn't talk about is that this roost bar does fold up to block the nest boxes off. So at night, you can keep the hens from going in there and sleeping and messing up the boxes in the night. So yeah, really straightforward, really easy. I'm excited to go get this new nest box installed in the other coop. I got the nest box down here and I'm gonna get it stuck into this coop. I'm going to rob the legs off of the old nest box to put in and support this new one. I am gonna have to adjust the dimensions, but I'm just gonna do it on the fly. All right, so what I've got here is the bar that the whole nest box is gonna sit on top of. I just kind of measured the width of the box and then sort of made it all fit. You know, as one of my favorite YouTubers says, this isn't a how-to channel, this is a what I'm doing channel. So take this with a grain of salt. I'm just kind of throwing it together the way that makes the most sense to me. Yeah, let's keep going. All right, we're pretty much good to go here. When I put this nest box in, this right here is gonna be the hole where the egg collection door sticks out. So I gotta cut this part of the wire out so that the box can pass through right there. So let's cut it out. Don't forget your safety squints. All right, this is the nest box. This right here is the egg collection compartment. So as the chickens go inside it, they'll hop up on this side, go in here. As they lay eggs, they'll roll back to here. I'll be able to collect them through this door. So this whole piece right here is gonna stick out that hole. So what I'm gonna do here in just a second is I'm gonna pick this up and take it in. I'm spinning it around from where it is right now and put it on top of this plate, set it down on that plate with the egg collection sticking through the hole. And then these little tabs, see if we can focus there. These tabs are going to run to the back of this piece, and I'll run a screw through them. So I hope that's making sense. Let's do it. Well, that'll do it. The new nesting box is in. The eggs are collectible from the outside, and it's in there and secure. So I'm running out of light to film tonight, but I will get the chickens moved in here, and I will show you that in a video. And hopefully they'll get settled in, and in about 3-4 months, they'll be laying in this new nest box. So I'm excited for that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Page Farmstead.